what's up YouTube? In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to make brick house number 3. It should be fairly easy to build, however, it's going to be ever so slightly tedious, I feel for you. If you want to make it, here's what you're going to need. You will need stone bricks, regular bricks, you'll also need regular stone, and you'll need yourself some stone brick stairs, some form of glass block or glass pane, the choice is yours, however I always want to bring on the pane, and you will also need some iron bars, and finally you will need some sort of door. I'm actually going to be going with wood this time, however again, the choice is yours, use whatever you prefer. So once you have all of those materials right there, and once you've figured out where you want to make it, I'm going to be making it right here. You're going to want to start this off by doing this. Do a row of 6 stone bricks coming directly up from the floor. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You then, once you have your row of 6 stone bricks, want to go to the right of this top block right here by 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then connect that 9th block to the ground like this to give you a little archway. What you then want to do, once you have connected that 9th block to the ground, is continuing on in the same line from this 9th block, going right of it again, you want to do another row of 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then, as you did with the first 9th block, you also want to connect this second 9th block to the ground as well to give you 2 little archways, like so. This would also be a good time to mark out where you want the front of your house to be, which is going to be this side for me. So once you have your 2 archways, and once you've figured out which side of your house you want to be the front, as I said, this is going to be mine, little brick symbolizers there, you're going to want to then come to the back of your framework of the ground floor of your house, which is this side for me, and you want to do this. Coming out from each one of these connection points between the vertical stone bricks and the horizontal stone bricks, so this point and the other 2 points right there where the pillars hit the top row of stone bricks here, you want to, from each one of those points, do a row of 9 stone bricks coming towards where the back of your house is going to be. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You see, I made it sound complicated, but in actuality, that's all you're doing. So 2 more times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And finally, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then what you want to do is just connect those 3 rows of 9 together at the top, like this, but you also want to connect them each to the ground as well. So you want to have something which should look a little bit like this. So you have 2 boxes essentially. And once you've done that the once, pause this if necessary, if you're still working on that of course, you're going to want to go ahead and do the exact same thing again, starting from here. So where the new back of your house is, you just want to do this again. So from each one of the 3 points, do 3 rows of 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And the other 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And finally, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And as you might guess, you then want to connect them all together and to the ground. So you want to have something which should look a little bit like this. So you want a nice little 2x2 grid like that, a big giant square shape. And once you've done that, it's now time for us to move on to the second floor framework. So pause this if necessary, of course. Once you've done that, this is what you want to do. So coming up to the top of the framework, and starting from the back of our house, so we're on the back of our house, we're looking this direction, you want to do this. You pretty much want to make the same structure that we started this house with, except starting here. I'll explain. So on this back left hand corner, do a row of 6 stone bricks going directly up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then once you have your row of 6 stone bricks coming up from the back left hand corner of the house, you want to, from the 6th stone brick, go to the right by 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then connect that 9th block to the ground floor framework, which should line up perfectly like this. And once you've done that, you then want to come back up to this 9th block, and you want to go right of it again by 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then connect that block to the ground floor framework to give you something which should look a little bit like this. I think you guys can see where I'm going with this. What you then want to do, once you've got that laid out, is drag each one of these 3 intersecting points towards the front of your house, each by 9. So, like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. As you can see, we're essentially doing what we did on the ground floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then connect all of them together and then to the ground floor framework. So you want to have something which should look a little bit like this. And what you want to do once you've done that is this. To finish off the 2nd floor, we don't want to do the exact same thing. We just want to extend this middle intersecting point and this point on the left here towards the front of the house, each by 9. You want to leave that one on the right hand side completely alone. So you want to do this to finish off the 2nd floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and the middle one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then connect them to the ground floor and to each other. So you just want the front right hand corner completely empty. There doesn't want to be anything there. That's going to be a balcony a little later on. And you should end up with something that should look a little bit like this. We just have one more thing to do with the framework before we can carry on. We just have the 3rd floor to add. It's not really a floor, it's more of a tower, but you guys get the point. So, on top of the back left-hand corner here, on top of the 2nd floor framework, on top of each one of the 4 corner blocks, you guys can see them easy enough, you're going to want to do 4 rows of 9 stone bricks coming directly up from each one of the corners. So that's 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And the other 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And finally, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then you just want to connect every single one of them together. So, like this, just connect them all together at the top, no problems whatsoever, to give you something which should look, once you've finished it, a little bit like this. This is what your framework should look like. It's actually very, very simple when you look at it. So this is what we're going to do next. First of all, choose a material for the interior floor. I'm going to be using dark grey wool, however the choice as always is yours. Use red wool, blue wool, use glowstone for all I care, it's completely up to you. Once you've picked out your material, this is what we're going to do. We're going to fill the entire 2nd floor in with the material of choice, dark grey wool, excluding the balcony of course. We're going to be filling the balcony in with bricks. We're also going to be filling in the tower room floor in with our material of choice. that's what I'm going to go ahead and do now. So just to reiterate that, I'm going to be filling the balcony entirely in with bricks like this, and I'm going to be filling these 4 remaining sections, 4 including the tower room, in with dark grey wool. It's going to take a little while to do that, so I'm going to cut out and I'll be back once I've filled in all of these little sections with the necessary material. Back in a moment. So this is what it should look like once you've filled each one of your 5 sections in with your material of choice, except the balcony. Remember to fill the balcony in with bricks, or don't. It's completely up to you. I would recommend the bricks. The reason that we did that was to make this next part a little bit easier. It's time for us to erect walls, and what that basically involves us doing is going all the way around the house and filling in each one of the individual panels in with bricks. As I'm doing now, I'm giving you a little bit of a taster. So the panels want to be filled in with bricks like this. The bricks want to sit 1 block behind the actual framework of the house. And there's only a couple of instances where you don't actually fill the panels in. So, as you might imagine, for the balcony, you just want to fill in where you have framework. So, you want to ignore these 2 sides of the balcony here, like the corner side, and you just want to fill in those 2 faces. And we also have, for the porch area here, very similar to the balcony, you just want to fill in these 2 panels right here, and you want to leave this front panel, this is going to lead towards the entrance, and this side panel completely alone. So in every single other case, you just want to go all around the house and fill in every single one of the panels in with bricks, which is exactly what I'm going to do. That may have sounded confusing, I don't know, but I'm going to show you what it looks like once it's finished to clarify everything. I will be back once it's done. So this is what it should look like once you have filled in all of the relevant panels in with your bricks. Just to give you guys a quick tour, as you can see, the left, back and right hand side are all very simple to fill in. You just fill them all in with bricks. However, when you get to the porch and the balcony, that's where things get a little bit different, but easy enough to follow regardless. So that is what it should look like once it's all been filled in. As always, pause this if necessary, of course. Once you've done that, it's now time for us to add a couple of finishing touches to both the balcony and the porch before we continue on. I think we will start with the balcony, as we have less to do. So this is what you want to do. Coming up to the top of the balcony, first of all, you just want to place a single stone bricks on top of this corner block right here. Very easy. What you then want to do is just do 2 long rows of iron bars connecting the brick that you just placed to either side of the house like this. You just want to add 2 rows of railings and it should look exactly like this. Very simple. What you then want to do is come down to the porch and do this. You want to do a long row of stone bricks on the right hand side like this. And then you want to dig out the whole porch area right here, and you want to replace it with your flooring material of choice. And I would recommend that this is different to what you used for the interior. I wouldn't use some sort of wool if I were you. I would use some sort of stone, which is exactly what I'm going to use. I'm going to use good old regular stone for this little area leading into the porch. So I'm going to just cut out for a second since this might take a little long to place, and I will be back with both the sunlight and a newly replaced floor for the porch. Back in a moment. So as you guys can see, I have completely finished reflooring the porch. It's looking a lot better in my opinion. I think that stone is definitely the way to go, but as always, use your material of choice. Completely up to you. What we're going to do next is all of the entrances / exits to the house. So, starting with the entrance to the house, the main entrance, you're going to want to come to this panel right here, inside the porch. And this is what you want to do. I'm just going to construct the entrance for you and then show you the end result because, well, explaining this is just not going to work out in the slightest. So, this is what you want to do for the entrance. It's very simple design. It's the exact same one that I've used on every single one of my other brick house tutorials. This is what you want to do. As a matter of fact, the doors can go one block backwards. There we go, that looks a little better. So this is what you want to have for the entrance. Very simple indeed. You should hopefully be able to see how I've made that. And we also need 2 windows next to that as well. There's just going to be 2 long strips of glass pane directly next to that, like this. I wasn't going to fill in the pane, but it's going to look a little something like this. And if you want to get crazy with it, you could also connect the top as well, which I think I'm going to do. This isn't in the original plans, I just kind of wanted to do that. So this is what the entrance panel to your house wants to look like. Very simple indeed. Let's move on to the 2 exit panels. I say exit panels, they're really just entrances onto the balcony, or exits, I suppose it depends how you look at it, but they're the exact same as the actual main entrance of the house, so really you're just repeating yourself 2 more times. There's 2 entrances / exits onto the balcony, and they are, as you might imagine, these 2 panels right here, this panel and that panel. So I'm just going to quickly take care of these right here, and there's also the same strip of windows that we have just below. So just to add these in, there we go. Oh, I might also do the top as well, why not? I kind of like that. So we've just got that first one taken care of, and we'll take care of this second one as well. Whilst we're here, we may as well. So just do this. There we go. Then there and there. 2 doors. Then a glass pane. All the way around the door in a nice little arching shape like this. And there you have it. The exact same entrance that we have just below us for the porch. Very simple to do indeed. They are both identical. And of course, if you wanted to get rid of one of them, you may not want to, then you can, and of course you can choose which one you want and which one you don't want. I like the 2 setup though, so that's what you want to do there. Pause this if necessary, of course. Alright, so the next thing on our agenda is to take care of the roofing situation. We actually have 3 separate ones to make. So come up to the 2nd floor of your house and come and find this block right here. It should be quite easy for you to find. Right here. Once you've found this block, this is what you want to do. Take out your stone bricks and place a stone bricks directly on top of it. Then do 3 upright diagonals with your bricks. So 1, 2, 3. Then go to the right by 1. Then do 3 bottom right diagonals. So 1, 2, and 3 will just be placing a block right on top of the framework like that to give you a nice little triangle shape like this. What you then want to do is this, and this is actually somewhat difficult to explain, so I'm just going to go ahead and do this and show you guys the end result. So you just want to do a layer of stone bricks directly behind the little triangular shape that we've just made there. Again, kind of difficult to explain, but it should be easy enough to see exactly what I've done and what sort of effect you want to have. Once you've done that, this is what you want to do. It's time for us to add some roof tiles. So you want to take out your stairs, and you just want to place stone brick stairs on the outside of every single one of those stone bricks, and you also want to just place one on top of the stone bricks as well at the top as it comes to a point. So you want to have something which should look like this. What you then want to do, since this is going to be the outward part of the roof, you just want to add an extra layer of stone stairs directly in front of these stone stairs that you've just made, just so there overhangs the framework by 1 row, like this. So you want to have something which should look a little bit like that. Next thing you want to do is just underneath the little overhanging row of stone brick stairs is just do upside down stairs over that one overhanging row. So you want to have something which should look like this. It looks really cool. I really like the effect that you get from that. Once you've done that, it actually gets pretty simple. So the next thing for the roof would be for us to drag every single one of these stone brick stairs towards the tower part of the house. But that's not what I'm going to do. So once you've done all of that to this section of the house, you want to go ahead and do the exact same thing on this little section of the house as well. So coming over to this side right here, still on the second floor, you want to copy pretty much exactly what you did. So you'll start off by doing the stone brick. So starting from on top of this block right here, place a stone brick and then 3 upright diagonals. 1, 2, 3. You go to the right by 1 and then do 3 bottom right diagonals. So 1, 2, 3 to give us a triangle shape. And then we just want to do the layer of stone bricks directly behind our triangle shape to give us the little cool effect like this. We then want to place the stone brick stairs on the outside of all of those stone bricks and the top as well, as we want it to come to some sort of point like so. Whoops, I think that's upside down. Yep, upside down. So you want to have something which should look like that, nice and pointy. We then want to do the overhanging row of stone brick stairs, like this. Actually takes a fair amount of time, like this. And once we have our overhanging row, we just want to do the layer of upside down stairs underneath the overhanging row like this to give us something which should look in total a little bit like this. It should look identical to the other side over there. Once you've got this, this is what you want to do. You just want to connect the roof to the you want to connect the roof to the tower part of our house. You just want to drag it all the way over to the tower, and it actually wants to connect to it as well, which is actually a little bit tricky, so it actually takes quite a bit of maneuvering, but there you go. The stone brick stairs want to connect to the bricks of the tower, and this is exactly what I'm not going to continue doing on recording. I'm going to be back in a moment once I've done all of the layers and layers and layers of stone brick stairs for the roof. It may take a little while. I'll be back once it's finished. So this is what it should look like once you've completed both of those roofs. The only two noteworthy things are that the stone brick stairs should come directly up next to the bricks of the tower portion of the house. Same for both roofs. And that the first layer of outward stone brick stairs, this layer right here, the stone brick stairs should come so far into the house that it lines up with the framework of the house, like this. And the same can be said for the other side as well. So coming over to this side, stone brick stairs come right up to here and in line with the framework. And let me just give you guys a middle shot right here. The first layer of the inside of the roof should just connect together and loop around each other. So pause this if necessary if you're still working on that. Once you've done that, we just have one final roof to do, which is the easiest one. It's going to be the tower roof. So come up to the top of your tower and start off by doing this. On the outside of the top row of your tower, you just want to do a layer of stone brick stairs going all the way around, like this. Preferably the right way up and not upside down. I'm not exactly sure why it was being placed upside down, but all I know is I'm mildly annoyed. So you just want to start this off like that. Very simple. And once you've done the first layer of stone brick stairs, you just want to keep doing more and more layers of stone brick stairs until it eventually tapers and you just can't place anymore. So the next layer is going to be one block higher and one block inwards in relation to the previous layer. So you just want to keep going and going until we eventually run out of room. I don't know how many layers that'll be. I'm going to take a wild guess and say that on the 6th layer we won't be able to place any more. I usually cut this stuff out because the stone brick stairs just aren't behaving for me, but hopefully it shouldn't take too long. Nor am I able to even place them properly. I am on some sort of a roll, so just going round and round and round. Of course, you can leave it off wherever you want, like if you just wanted the roof to be... Oh my god. If you wanted the roof to be this high, for example, you could. However, I'm just going to keep hammering at it until I just literally just run out, so... Oh my god, the stone brick stairs, why? Why stairs? Just place the right way around. As a matter of fact, this is as high as I'm going to let it go. I'm not going to place any more. And I should probably place the right stone as well. So, this is what you may want for the tower portion of the roof. You just may want to do 1 layer, 2 layer, 3 layers, 4 layers, 5 layers of stone brick stairs like that, just going round and round, 1 block higher every time, 1 block inwards every time, until you reach a nice little point like that. Very easy indeed. So once you've taken care of that third and final roof, we just have a couple of things left to do. So first of all, we're going to take care of this tower since it is a separate entity all by itself. This is what you want to do on the left hand side of the tower and on the back side of the tower. You want to do 2 strips of stone brick stairs centered in the middle of the tower. And you want to have them formed like this. They want to cut the tower on half, leaving 2 separate but equal sections of bricks, like so. And you want to do that on the left hand side, and you want to do this on the right hand side as well. So, again, if they were placing correctly, I'd be a lot happier, but honestly, you know, you get what you get. So, on the back as well, like this. What you then want to do is add windows to your towers. So I'm just going to show you what you want to do for windows and then just show you guys the end result. So just going to go all around the tower. Not every single portion of the tower will have a bottom window. These 2 sections that we've just done here are actually special, so... Oh, I'm also going to fill in the glass pane portions of the windows a little later on. I'm going to do it off recording because it's going to take a little while, but as you can see, the front and right-hand sides of the tower, they only have top windows, as of course we have the roof in the way otherwise. So, just to show you guys what it should look like, this is the left-hand side. We've got the stone brick stairs there, and then the windows on the upper and bottom. We've got the same on the backhand side, and we have just upper windows on the right and on the front. Very simple. That is the tower taken care of. Let me show you what you want to do for every single other panel. So, this is what you want to go ahead and do, and we're going to start with the porch. So, it's actually a really simple design. For every single window of this house that faces the left or right, and an easy way to say this, every single window that exists on the right or left hand side of the house, in this case the right hand side of the house, the window wants to be designed like this. The same will go for these 2 windows on the side right here. They want to be designed like this. And every single window is the same for every single panel. So every single window on the right hand side and left hand side of the house will look exactly like this. Let me show you what every single window on the front and the back of the house will look like. It's very simple. Pretty much the exact same as the side windows, except turned on its side. Every single window for the front and the back of the house will look exactly like the one that I have just showed you right here. So this is all the front and the back, and these are all of the remaining windows, can't even talk guys, that will exist on the right or left hand side. I'm going to go away and knock out all of the windows and place glass pane in them. I'll be back once I've finished. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about trying to explain this, it'll be very easy to see what I've done once I have returned. Back in a moment. So this is what it should look like once every single one of the windows has been added to the house. As you can see, every single window on the left and right hand side, barring the tower has its own special set of rules, should look exactly like this. Very easy. And every single one of the windows on the front and or back of the house should look exactly like this. Essentially the same, except turned on its side. Again, tower has its own special set of rules. So, as you can see, really simple to do, didn't take too much time whatsoever. That's a blatant lie, glass pane is a real pain to add. That's what all of the windows should look like. Pause this if necessary if you're still working on that, of course. Once you've finished with that, we've pretty much done with the exterior. There's only one thing left for us to do, and this is it. We're going to take out our stone brick stairs, and we're going to place stone brick stairs in each one of the four corners of every single one of the individual panels around the house, exactly like this. As you can see, adding in the stairs and the upside down stairs into all of the corners of the panel really shape the house, they really make a difference. And as I said, you want to do that to pretty much every single panel around the house, including the front of the porch, like this. And whilst we're at it, the side of the porch as well, just these top two corners. The same goes for the two balcony entrances slash exits, and the same also applies to the tower, except of course on a couple of sides you can only do the top corners, but I think that you guys get the point. You want to go all the way around and do that in every single one of the panels, and that's exactly what I'm going to go ahead and do now. There's quite a lot of them to do. I'm going to be back once every single one of them has been added. Alright guys, so as you may be able to tell, I have been all the way around the house, adding all of the stone brick stairs into the necessary panels, and in my opinion, it just makes the absolute world of difference. I really do think it just brings the house completely together. It makes it stop looking as flat, and it just adds a lot more shape to it. I really do prefer it looking like this. It took a little while, but it was definitely worth it, and once you've finished with that like I have, give yourself a bit of a pat on the back, because that is the exterior of the house, 100% completely finished. There is nothing left to do on the outside, unless of course you want to add in your garden and whatever else you may want to add. So, as always, pause this if necessary, of course. Once you've finished doing all of that, there's just one thing that I'm going to show you before I cut this video off, and I'm not actually going to be showing you how to make anything. I'm just going to be showing you what I did with the interior of the house, whilst I was also throwing these stone bricks around, as I knew that that was the last thing that we had to do. So I just want to say a couple of bits about the inside. First of all, my weekly PSA, remember to replace underneath the blocks that you can see underneath of. So for instance, this glass pane that we have here, remember to replace underneath it with your material of choice. So for the interior here, as you can see, we have our dark grey wool underneath, and the same applies for doors as well. Remember to replace underneath the doors. That's pretty much it for the ground floor of the house. As you can see, the stairs are placed right here. I like having them in this little section right here. They're just sectioned off. It leaves a nice big open area for this part of the house. So throw the stairs here and everything should be good. What I did on the second floor was I then decided to fill in the last two sections that I left empty in with dark grey wool. You see this section wasn't filled in and this section wasn't filled in, those two parts of the framework, and that actually helps with the next part. Again, there's not too much going on with the second floor. We just have the two entrances to the balcony right here. That's pretty much all that's going on. I have these stairs placed here just because it interferes with the two entrances the least. However, of course, you can place them where you want. You could have them facing that way, or maybe have some spiral stairs. But when we get to this third part, this is actually what I wanted to talk about a little bit. So, when you get up to the tower, of course, you could just have the tower room all by its lonesome, or you can do what I did. You can knock through into the roofs and you can create two more tiny little rooms and put stuff in them. If you really wanted to, I considered doing this. You could knock out this stone brick that we have here and you could replace it with like either glass pane or glass block. So you could knock this out and you could have like two windows in here and it'd light it up, and I think it'd actually look quite cool. But of course, that's just your choice entirely. And that's pretty much all I wanted to show you with the interior of the house. Honestly, my main motivation was just to show you where I would put the stairs and what you could possibly do with the tower portion of the house. And of course, you could make the tower ever so slightly bigger. You could add in another floor here, so you've got a tiny little room, and you could not add this dark grey where I have here, which kind of just I just did that to fill in the roof essentially, and also give the glass pane something to grip onto. But there's quite a bit you can do with this house. I just wanted to show you what you could do with the interior if you so chose. It's pretty obvious stuff, in all honesty, but what can you expect from me? I don't like doing the interiors. And with all of that being said, that is the house 100% completely finito. I apologize again that there is absolutely no real interior to the house, but you guys you just know. You know that interiors aren't coming now. How many houses have I made? I don't even know how many. How many interiors have I made? About one. I think one, and I think that was pretty recent, and I only did that because the house tutorial was like in total 15 minutes long, and yeah, that was pretty much the only reason, and I hated every minute of it. It only took me 5 minutes to make, and honestly, those 5 minutes of making that interior made me want to quit Minecraft. Yeah. There you go. But there you have it. That is the house in its 100% completed form. It's a really nice looking house in my opinion. Of course I did make it. My view may be a little skewed, but I really do like it from this view. I think it looks really cool. So hopefully you guys had an easy enough time following this tutorial. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.